Good evening, and thank you for joining us for the 2020 State of the School Parent Meeting. You've heard from many people already, but I wanted to go through and do a quick review of our 2019-2020 school year, the highlights of it, and then also give you some ideas as far as what's in store for next year. My name is Mark Ruedinger, and I am very, very proud to be the principal at Christ Child Academy. This year, in September of 2019, we started the school year with an incredible amount of new staff turnover. We had a new second grade teacher in Mrs. Hallbach, a new third grade teacher in Mr. Ham, a new fourth grade teacher in Mrs. Ebert, a new library resource specialist in Mrs. Landgraf. In art, we had a new teacher in Ms. Rittmiller. Our 3K program was tweaked a little with a new teacher with Mrs. Murray. And she had an assistant, Mrs. Richter. So taking all these new pieces and gelling them into a new staff has been very, very seamless, because each and every one of these people are quality people. And they have been a huge asset to our school this year. I applaud our veteran teachers for welcoming them in, but I also applaud the new teachers for what they brought and continue to bring to our school. So thank you. They have done an incredible job, especially through a very trying school year. Service projects this year, we always do Coats for Kids. Our kids participate in the St. Peter Claver Food Pantry Thanksgiving Drive. They also participate in grades 5 through 8 with helping out at the St. Peter Claver Food Pantry, and that's twice a month on Monday mornings. We did a penny war this year, and the proceeds went to the St. Peter Claver Food Pantry, close to $1,000 during our penny war at Catholic Schools Week. We also work with Project Angel Hugs, and that is a program in Plymouth who helps children that are cancer patients throughout the country. And so we do Valentine's cards with those. We did those in February. And we also work with the Sheboygan Progressive Care Center. Our middle school students go over a couple times a year at Halloween to carve pumpkins with them, and also at Christmas to sing Christmas carols with the patients over at the Progressive Care Center. So a wonderful outreach and support of our local community. In technology, we have Chromebooks this year in grades 4 through 8, and that's 1-to-1. And what that means is every single student in grades 4 through 8 has an assigned Chromebook for them in their classroom that they would either carry to class or in their 4th and 5th grade isolated classroom. We also have 2 mobile carts of Chromebooks for grades 3 down to 4K. And those have 20 Chromebooks in each of those 2 mobile carts. And they go ahead and get rented out, but they're able to use in those classrooms. Teachers do an incredible job utilizing the Chromebooks for up-to-date information, for research, for apps, for games, educational games. So they do a great job utilizing that. And also in grades 4 through 8, we have implemented over the last couple of years Google Classroom. This is an educational platform where students and teachers set it up as a grade book, and they're able to turn in assignments that way and grade it and send it back without actually doing the printing. And this really came in handy during the 4th quarter when we went to virtual learning, and we will continue to do that in the future. Our students, we do testing each year. This year, in order to improve instructional time, we limited the standardized testing going on here at Christ Child Academy. Feedback from teachers said that, you know what, a little too much overlapping and needing more instructional time. And that's really where the kids excel, is in the instructional time. We did MAPS testing this year, K-8, kindergarten through 8th grade, everybody did it in the fall of the year, and then kindergarten through second grade did it in the winter testing, and we did not do it in the fall testing or in the spring testing due to not being here due to virtual learning. Wisconsin Forward exam, normally done by grades 3 through 8. We did not do that this year, okay, due to schools being closed. And like I said, we've adjusted how much testing goes on in order to maximize instructional time. And I think that's a benefit to not only teachers, but also students in their learning. This past year, we also implemented a new 3K program. In the past, it was combined with our 4K program by Mrs. Lynch. But this year we broke away and we had our 3K program housed in our extended day program facility building, and that was taken on by Mrs. Murray. She's done a wonderful job over there with her assistant in Mrs. Richter. And so the kids show up over there every day, 8 o'clock in the morning, and they go till 11:15, and she has run an exceptional program for the 3K. We also implemented a new ELA, or an English Language Arts curriculum, in grades kindergarten through 8th grade. This was possible due to a donation that we sought out from the Carl and Charlotte Wren Foundation. And through their assistance, we were able to purchase this new curriculum and implement it over this course of this year. And the purpose of this is it prepares students to excel in reading and writing skills as they grow from year to year. And it also equips teachers with aligned and updated instructional resources that allow students to grow and allow us to measure them as they grow. So, wonderful new ELA program. This year we also entered into our Wisconsin School Choice program. This is our first year in the program. We had about 27 students qualify for school choice this year, and that program is going well, and that's under the directorship of Mrs. Brenda Benversi. She has done an excellent job running that program. And so if you have any further questions about that, please check with her. If you don't know what the school choice program is, it offers full assistance to families that qualify based on income and location. Okay. This year, not that was enough, but we also are going through an accreditation self-study program. Every 7 years, the Archdiocese of Milwaukee comes into every school and goes through everything for 2 days and accredits each school. So the self-study is the year before that. The teachers and staff have to go through 75 different benchmarks and standards and make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, fine-tuning everything. And Christ Child Academy continually gets accredited each year. Now, due to the pandemic, this has been postponed, so our school visit from the Arch will not happen until spring of 2021. So we will continue to work on the self-study, which is due November 1st. So there will be additional surveys sent out to parents, probably during the summer or during the fall, to help wrap that up. Okay. Virtual learning program. As you are well aware, the fourth quarter, starting March 17th of this year, schools were closed and we were forced to go to an online learning program, our virtual learning program. And the teachers did an incredible job implementing our Google Classroom and pickup days and preparing materials for all students to continue the rich tradition that we have come to know at Christ Child Academy. And although it was done off-site, it was done in your home, and parents, we thank you very much, because I know some of this fell on your shoulders also. But students, many of the students stepped up and did what they needed to do, and that was great to see. Chromebooks were home, Google Classroom was being utilized. I even did some announcements every day and magic tricks, and that was a very fun way for me to at least stay in contact with students each and every day. It was a fast learning curve for teachers, for parents, and for students. And this summer, as we're able to reflect on, the feedback we received through surveys from teachers, students, and parents, it will allow us to fine-tune the virtual program in the future if we are forced to go back to that, okay? So we want to be fully prepared for next year if we're forced into that situation again, okay? We have listened, reflected, and modified our policies and procedures due to the feedback we've received, and we'll continue to do that as the need arises. So what do we have for new for 2021? Well, as you can imagine, this pandemic has taken us all by storm, okay? How it's going to look in September, I really don't know, and I don't think many of us do. I do know we're going to be back in school September 1st. That is my goal. That is the Archdiocese of Milwaukee's goal, is to be in school September 1st, okay? I think that is where students and teachers excel in learning. Education is a system where it's set up by the changing of ideas, the exchanging of ideas and thoughts, and in close proximity, working together, and teachers caring for kids, kids caring for each other. And that's how schools need to excel. And that's how Christ Child Academy excels, by a caring family network. And so we will reevaluate and listen to recommendations and suggestions as far as how to create a safe environment moving forward in September, but also know that we don't want to lose that exclusivity of the caring family environment that we've created here at Christ Child Academy. So we will take all that into consideration. The teachers and I will reflect on everything and see what are best practices moving forward. We are looking forward to a new social studies and science curriculum in our middle school. We've sought out grants, and we've identified publishers, textbooks that we're going to move to when the funds become available, and hopefully that happens this summer. So we will be able to supply a new science and social studies curriculum starting in the fall in the middle school. Another big change for next year is we are going to be moving from letter grades to standards-based grading. And what this means is, for years and years and years, education has been set up with letter grades, an A, a B, a C, etc. The new trend in education is moving to standards-based grading. And what that means is, in the elementary, it's going to be more of a 3-2-1. But then as you get into the older grades, it's going to be a 4-3-2-1. Now that does not correlate to a 4 being an A or a 3 being an A or anything like that. It does correlate to communicating better information to parents and students as far as what the student knows and can demonstrate, the mastery that the student shows. So there's going to be rubrics. Teachers and students will know what is a 1 on a standard, what is a 2, what does the student need to do in order to get to a 3, okay? And then what does a student need to do to get to a 4? A 4, and I'll be very, very honest with you, there's probably going to be very few 4s given out. And that is for somebody that has gone over and above everything that has happened in class and taken that concept to a new level outside of class, kind of on their own, and then brought it to the teacher, okay? So the norm is going to be a 3. And so the report cards are going to be a little bit longer next year, but they're going to give you, the parent, more information about what your child knows. Because if you think about what is an A is a grade, but it really doesn't tell you what the student actually knows, okay, or has mastered. So I think moving forward, it's going to be a paradigm shift for teachers. It's going to be a paradigm shift for students and parents, but it's going to provide better feedback as far as where exactly students are in their personal growth, okay? So please be patient with us as we roll that out next year. We are in the process of hiring a new band and music teacher. Hopefully that will be one and the same. And we thank Mrs. Harder, who left middle of the year and took a different position. We wish her all the best. But that position is, we've already had a few interviews on that, and we will continue to hire the best person available. This spring, while schools were closed, we took advantage of that time and we replaced all the elementary classroom lighting and in the hallways with LED lights, which will save us a tremendous amount of money, but will also go ahead and provide a brighter environment and more uplifting environment for students and teachers each and every day. We've also recoated the gym floor during this time. We do it every 2 years, and normally it happens during the summer. But we were able to be progressive in this and have the company come in and do it during the spring when the schools were closed down. So we've started the summer cleaning of the building and disinfecting, the sanitizing earlier than in previous years. Usually we can't get started with classrooms till about June 15th. This year we were able to move that time frame up. Huge thanks to Joe Para, our maintenance person, who leads this and is very organized and does an exceptional job getting our classrooms and our building ready for the next year. So thank you very much. We're also going to be implementing, as I alluded to earlier, some COVID-19 policies and procedures to provide a safe learning environment as we return to school in September. And once we have a better grasp of those policies and procedures, we will communicate those to parents during the summer. Okay, it will be part of our CCA family handbook. But one thing you're going to notice sanitizing stations frequently throughout the building. There's going to be handy wipes used. The lunch situation might be a little bit different as far as where kids eat lunch. So there's going to be a lot of different situations that are going to be done a little differently next year. But please keep in mind, we're doing everything in our power to make sure that our school is a safe learning environment for your children. Virtual learning program? Yes, we are taking a hard look at that. Did we do a pretty good job this year in the fourth quarter? Yes, I think we did a real nice job. Is there room for improvement? Yes. Okay. One of the rooms for improvement is each of our teachers were looking at upgrading their laptops over the summer. Okay. The teachers' laptops are 6 years old. And when you're talking about doing video conferencing and everything virtual learning, we need to have state-of-the-art teacher laptops that they can take home and that they can run an efficient classroom from their kitchen table or their home office. We're also looking at purchasing additional Chromebooks. And what that would mean would be the Chromebooks would move down into the elementary. So everybody, kindergarten through 8th grade, would have a Chromebook assigned only to them. Not only is this going to be good for virtual learning when kids have to go home and take home their Chromebook, but also at school where we don't have to share and kids would be identified with their own Chromebook, okay? So if all the Chromebooks slid down to the elementary school, then our middle school students would hopefully get new Chromebooks in the fall. That is our goal, that is our plan, okay? So we've got, not only has this been a wonderful school year, and I want to thank the teachers and the staff, I want to thank the parents for your support all school year. The students have been wonderful, but we're moving forward. We are moving forward and we are going to embrace the virtual learning. We are going to embrace the safety procedures moving forward to keep everybody safe, but at the same time to offer an excellent education that we always do for our students here at Christ Child Academy. So thank you very much for listening, and everybody have a great summer. Bye-bye.